Breaking now on the Mike Gallagher Show.
All right, his title, I think, is House Impeachment Manager, lead manager, because Shifty Schiff desperately wants to lead something. Let's take you to Capitol Hill now, where Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler and the other House managers are reacting to Mitch McConnell's rules about day one of the impeachment trial.
Last night, we received for the first time the text of the McConnell resolution that will govern the trial. And we could see why this resolution was kept from us and from the American people. This is nothing like the process that was used in the Clinton trial. To begin with, and this is, I think, most indicative, in the Clinton trial, both Senate leadership worked out a bipartisan proposal for how the trial would be conducted. That obviously has not happened here. Senator McConnell did not consult at all with Senator Schumer on the contents of this text. I would imagine that Senator Schumer only got to see it probably around the same time that we did in the House. And the reason this was kept hidden is that it does not prescribe a process for a fair trial. And the American people desperately want to believe that the Senate will give both the President and the House of Representatives a fair trial. This resembles nothing like the Clinton proceeding. For the first point, in the Clinton case, if we're truly following the Clinton precedent, all of the documents were provided before the trial, more than 90,000 of them. Does this resolution provide for the President to provide the documents before the trial? No, it does not. It leaves that question of whether the House will ever see these documents, whether the American people will ever see these documents, to the end and only the end, with no guarantee that this material will ever be shown to the House or to the American people. That is a profound departure from the Clinton trial. Without the documents, you can't make important judgments about even which witnesses should be called or what questions should be asked of the witnesses when you do. So that is a profound departure from the Clinton precedent. On the subject of witnesses, it is also a deep departure from Clinton, where all of the witnesses testified before the Senate trial. The issue in the Clinton trial was not whether they would testify. They had testified already. They had been interviewed already, some dozens of times. The question in the Clinton trial was, will they be recalled? Will they be required to testify again? And that question was answered in the affirmative. Here, though, if we're following the Clinton precedent, all of these witnesses should testify, should be deposed before the trial begins, not after the trial is over. So this is not at all the model used in the Clinton case as well.
All right, that's as much as I can take. That's all I can take. Because you know what? The audacity of this little weasel crying that it isn't fair, McConnell's rules, after what the Democrats have done with their House investigation, rushing it along, of course, because it was so imminent, and then sitting on the articles for almost a month while they diddled around with it and twiddled their thumbs, lying to us that there was such an urgent national emergency. You've got the gall, Schiff, to call McConnell's rules unfair? Are you kidding me? I mean, you can't even fabricate the audacity of these people. I mean, you got to hand it to them. There's a word that is often used. It's called chutzpah. That's a lot of chutzpah to stand there and whine and complain and gripe and moan about the rules that the Senate Republicans are establishing. Well, guess what, Schiff? The Republicans control the Senate. You may have the House. You don't have the Senate. Guess what, Pelosi? You don't get to dictate the rules of the Senate to the Senate. You're on the House side. Now it's been handed over to the Senate Republicans. And you know why they're desperate? You want to know how much trouble they're in? When you don't have Mitt Romney in your corner, you got a problem. Mitt Romney hates Donald Trump with a fervor. Senator Romney, who was initially part of that small group of Republicans, the usual suspects, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, they always go back to the three of them, has said that McConnell's rules align closely with the rules package that was approved 100-0 during the Clinton trial. And Romney said, if attempts are made to vote on witnesses prior to opening arguments, I would oppose those efforts. Even never-Trumper Mitt Romney approves of Mitch McConnell's rules. These guys are in trouble, and they know it. The theme of all of this, as I say over and over again, is they've got nothing. We're in the ReliefFactor.com mobile studios, coming to you from the annual SHOT Show, our 7th visit here. We're coming to you live from the Sands Expo and Convention Center in Las Vegas. The SHOT Show is the largest of its kind on Earth. Portions of our show brought